Into the Danny, March 15th, 2026. And today we are here in front of my first filming location for the channel. Today is Oscar Sunday, so hey, what a better day than to feature my first movie. You guys know my passion for film. This is right here, the Edward Scissorhands house from the 1990 Tim Burton classic starring Johnny Depp. Guys, please like and subscribe, and let me show you at least the exterior of the house. We're here on Tinsmith Circle, this beautiful majestic tree in front of the house. And this is where they filmed the interior and exterior shots of the 1990 Tim Burton classic. If you guys don't know, let me give you a few facts about the movie. Number one, first and foremost, the film is based off of a drawing that Tim Burton did when he was a young boy of a man he called Scissorhands. Not only did he call him Scissorhands, but the reason that Tim Burton gave that he came up with this character was basically Scissorhands represented his feeling of isolation as a child. So that's where the character came out of. Many stars were considered at the time for the role. Tom Cruise, Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks, all were considered for the role. Michael Jackson even lobbied Tim Burton, and reportedly Tim Burton ignored his phone calls. Michael Jackson wanted to play Edward Scissorhands, and Tim Burton would ignore his phone calls. Now look at the mailbox here, guys. It's got a little Edward Scissorhands on it. There's one at the top there. So super cool piece of film history right here. There it is. Edward Scissorhands, in my opinion, is a top 5 Tim Burton film. Now, you guys know that I'm going to be starting my second channel, The Danny Cut, and that's the name of it, The Danny Cut. I am going to be starting it sooner than later. I'm already getting things together, where I'm going to film in my place. So, again, Edward Scissorhands, definitely a Tim Burton top 5 film. I know Melissa loves that movie. It's one of her favorite movies. I would put it right there alongside Batman, 1989. Don't quote me on the year. What else? And also A Nightmare Before Christmas. Gonna throw that one in there. Ed Wood is a great film with Johnny Depp. I believe Tim Burton also directed one of my favorite musicals, film musicals or adaptations, Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp. So again, longtime collaborator with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp to me is one of the best actors in the last, in the 21st century and the 20th century. So again, super cool location. The tree is just majestic. But yeah, let's continue. We're gonna find more Edward Scissorhands locations, and what a great way to start off Oscar Sunday and my first ever sort of movie location. So let's do it. Okay, we're here on Blanton Road. Pretty rural area. About 50-60 miles, I would say, roughly, from downtown Tampa. So we're getting really north off of I-75. Now, what we're headed to off of Bland and Platte, so this is going to be a pretty rural spot, is the hill that they used to show like it was a mountain, the Gothic Tower from the movie. So we're making our way over there. Now, obviously, it was a makeshift tower where Edward Scissorhands lived in the movie. The tower's since been removed. Obviously, they removed it in 1990, right after the filming. But I'm gonna see if we can find the hill. I think that would be a pretty cool find. Not a big deal, but still, I don't know, maybe we find something cool out there. Who knows? I can see why they used this area. I mean, look, it is getting hilly. Almost looks like mountains, but yeah, here we go. We're about 4.5 miles away. It's a beautiful area here. Look at these country roads. I gotta stop at these gas stations, like these cool, like Vaughn's Country Store. That's pretty cool. I'd stop there. So, but look at these country roads. Just beautiful here in, I call this North Central Florida. Going up a hill now. Let's see what we see when we go down the hill. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is what it's kind of like driving in the mountains. Okay, after doing some research, we found the hilltop where the castle was built. It is where that, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, but no, I can't. But it's the little greenhouse you see behind the trees. I'm in a beautiful area here, very rural. It's in the middle of nowhere in Dade City, but this is a beautiful farm. We got cows, we got goats here in front of us, but it's right there on top of that hilltop is where they built the actual plywood castle in 1990.
On his tractor is a familiar sight in these fields near Dade City. What has heads turning is the castle, yes, castle, that has appeared on the hill nearby.
Oh, started about a month ago. I saw some activity up there and a lot of lumber going up, and pretty quick it started taking shape.
What's up there?
It's a castle.
Looks like Disney World, doesn't it?
It isn't Disney World. What it is a movie set for a fairy tale type film called Edward Scissorhands, to be directed by Batman director Tim Burton. You'd never know you were near.
Yeah, and again, they wanted it to seem like it was a mountaintop, but it's obviously not. But it is a very hilly area. Look at these goats running. Goats are pretty fast, man. Look at that goat go. It's out of there. But yeah, there it is, right there, right where it was built. Again, not the most thrilling location to see, but still nice to drive out here and see the countryside of Florida. So there you go. All the way here, you got this country roads. That's when you know when you're on a country road, when it's made of dirt or sand. Look at that. Where Edward Scissorhands Gothic Castle was built. And from what I can tell, in the 90s, it was a big deal when it was built out here. Obviously, not a lot of Hollywood action out here. You know, give you guys a little bit more of a tour of the area. There it is. That's the road I came in on. It's called Platt Road. And right next to it is a giant solar farm. Maybe you can just see it above the tree line there. Look at that. Pretty cool. Okay, we are at our final Edward Scissorhands filming location. This is the famous Southgate Shopping Plaza. This is where the beauty salon, as you see salon there off to the right by the red lettering. This is where the famous beauty salon scenes took place with Edward Scissorhands cutting women's hair. So we're gonna just take a quick look at it. It's been vlogged 100 times, but I figured why not? Let's get it in. Let's get it on my channel. So yeah, we'll go over now and see what it looks like. Again, I want to reiterate, I am a fan of the Edward Scissorhands movie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it's one of my favorite films of all time. Believe me when I tell you, you guys like filming locations. For the movies that I love, we will definitely be doing that on this channel. But either way, I digress. Here is the beauty salon today. Much more modernized. This is the Strand in existence since 2007. Let's take a peek on inside. There it is. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's where it is. That's what it looks like today. Film history right here. You know, speaking of Edward Scissorhands, Johnny Depp to me is just one of the best to ever do it on screen. Easily a top 20, top 25 actor of all time. You know, me and Melissa definitely, as were millions of other people, heavy into following his trial stuff with Amber Heard. That was a disgraceful situation by Amber Heard. And I'm glad Johnny won, and I'm glad he finally was vindicated. And we can now continue to preserve his legacy as I am doing today with the, there goes the dad pose again. Dad pose. Again, it's the elbow. I don't mind leaning up against a pole. You see I'm leaning up against a pole, but I'm doing this, and I don't know why. Yeah, and we got to continue to preserve his legacy. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. Pirates of the Caribbean, another film that I forgot to mention earlier, The Black Pearl. I remember when that movie came out, and we all went to go see it in Main Street in Miami Lakes back in '01, I believe. But either way, I'm glad I got to make Edward Scissorhands my first location. It's a cult classic. People love it. Melissa loves it. I'm a borderline fan of the film, but I do like the movie. I'm a fan of Tim Burton too. So, all right, well, gonna get back to base camp. I'm gonna give you guys some more thoughts on Edward Scissorhands, but happy Oscar Sunday. I'm glad that I made this my first movie, and believe me, if the good Lord lets me live till I'm 100, it's kind of like my goal. If he lets me live till I'm 100, we're gonna cover a lot of movies on this channel. So I'll see you over in base camp. I had to stop in and get a little fuel. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna give you real quick, I was thinking of this while I was waiting for my coffee, my top 3 Johnny Depp films of all time. Now on my second channel, which is the movie channel, gonna be plenty of rankings, plenty of discussions, and all that's gonna be covered more in detail. But just off the top of my head, this may change on my movie channel, but off the top of my head, at the 3 spot, man, it's tough. I haven't even looked up the movie, so if I forget a movie, I apologize. At the 3 spot, let's go, I guess we could go Edward Scissorhands at the 3 spot, because I have 2 already for sure that gotta be in there, but we can go Edward Scissorhands. Let's go Edward Scissorhands at the 3 spot. At the 2 spot, we're gonna put Pirates of the Caribbean. And at the 1 spot, one of the most underrated movies of all time, we're gonna go Donnie Brasco. Oh no, I got it. So we're gonna have to take out Edward Scissorhands, put it in that honorable mention. We'll put Blow at number 3, the real life of George Young, one of the Pablo Escobar's main traffickers into the United States. True story, great film with Penelope Cruz. At the 2 spot, we'll put Pirates of the Caribbean, and at the 1 spot, we'll put Donnie Brasco.